Hey guys, I just had a really interesting conversation about something that I've been meaning to create a video about recently and haven't yet, so I thought, hey, now's the time. So, where do I even begin with this? Expression. I have a 2 and nearly 3-year-old. He's a bit past 2.5. And I noticed that the way that he expresses himself is very direct. It's very much just a verbalization of what he's thinking and feeling. And that can be in the form of words, it could be in the form of crying, or what we might perceive as whinging or complaining, or whatever it is, moaning, or laughing and squealing and enjoying. And I see this day in, day out, where this expression is just on free flow. And children are just natural, right? They're just the way we are naturally born. We show up that way. And what happens throughout our lives is we're taught things, we're told things, we're made to understand or believe things, and we adopt these thoughts, these behaviors, these ideals from the environment around us, from the influences that we have. So something that I've been thinking about, which just came up in a conversation in Dave Berman's Laughter Gym. If you love laughter, I highly recommend it. It's amazing. Is about that I'd mentioned to the group how I have Jules around and he's often like, play, mummy, play. And it's so the way his world is, and it's just all about play and why can we not be playing more? And I'm so grateful to have that verbal, and this is what I said in the call, is somewhat demanding at times, reminder to play. And so I assess myself sometimes and go, okay, am I making excuses to not playing, being like, oh, I have to do this? Or could I put down what I'm doing and actually go play and be with him and come back to what I'm doing? And it's great for me to have that reminder. I really appreciate it so much. If our natural way is to prioritize play, before I go on, so if we're there prioritizing play, again, possibly because that's what we're taught, right? Because we set up children's lives to play, and then there comes a line somewhere that's drawn by whoever, whether it's you deciding that you want to be a grown-up, whether it's your parents deciding that it's time that you start doing chores, or that you earn your own money, or that you do any of these things that we associate with being grown up, that you stop playing with certain toys, whatever it is. There's a point where in our society, it's deemed now irresponsible or immature to continue basing your life around play, around joy, around fun, around spontaneity, because you need to get real, you need to get with the program, you need to be serious and take life seriously and take your goals seriously and have a focus and a direction that's meaningful and going to get you somewhere in life. What is that? Like, what is that about? Why is it that we can allow children to base their lives around play and experimentation, which is a natural thing? You look at an animal, you look at a baby, the way they are is experimental. And that's what play is all about. It's about exploring, it's about experimenting, it's about discovering, it's about trying new things, it's about taking things lightly and not being too focused on the outcome. Sure, professional football players might have changed that and been very serious about the outcome of a football game. But play in its purest, most natural form is joyful, it's spontaneous, it's in the moment. So if we're born like this, if that's our natural way of being, why then are we drawing this line where we have to stop playing? Why does life need to be so serious? Why does it need to be stressful? Why does adult life need to be busy and productive and successful and serious? Why? It's really what we decide we want our lives to be, what we want our children's lives to be, what we want the world to be like. And play has so many benefits for children's development, sure, but also for our own neurological development, for our own mental state, for our own memory retention, for our own social expression, for our expression in general, for our, our social lives, our emotional well-being, our mental well-being. Play has so many benefits. Yet our world, including the role that we're playing in the world, pushes us away from that. Why? And if you're a lady and you're wanting to play, I am running a play party with a colleague called Courtney. She's a play-spert, an expert on play. We're running a play party later in this week, and I'll drop the details in the comments. But my question is, why are we pushing that aside? There's a whole nother thing I could share here about communication and how we're curbing communication, and I feel that that's another conversation for another day. But think about it. When's the last time you played? When's the last time you just did something just cause? This morning I was playing with Jules with Play-Doh, and you just make stuff and then you mush it up and it's gone and you just go again. When's the last time you could take things that lightly and not be worried about destroying this piece of art that you made, or putting a business idea aside that just didn't work out or doesn't feel aligned anymore? Leaving a relationship that's clearly not working because you're like, oh no, but I've invested a lot of time here and we've got plans together and we've got a house together. We make these rules for ourselves, and play can allow us to find a new perspective, to boost positive chemicals in our systems, to enjoy life more, to take things more lightly, to see more possibilities and options for ourselves. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. I've had a beautiful conversation about it this morning with a few people, and I'd love to extend that conversation out to you. This is social media, it's not TV. So comment below. Tell me what your thoughts are. Do you have young children, or have you raised children? What do you think about the way we extinguish play from the adult world? Or make it like, oh, you play in the bedroom, but you don't play anywhere else because you're serious and you're an adult. I'd love to hear your thoughts and the details for ladies. Wednesday this week in Australia, Tuesday in the States and Canada. The details for that play party are below.